I would simply be lying to you if I were to say that I was not excited for Black Ops 4. In fact, I'm overwhelmingly excited for this game. I really do think it's going to be the greatest entry into the series, with its zombies, multiplayer, and battle royale. But some of the hate that people have been giving this game is absolutely unwarranted and doesn't even have any factual evidence behind it, other than the fact that, well, it's not close to their original Call of Duty feel. So let me just show you what I mean. Though this is just one example, this is basically the embodiment of everyone on Twitter, alright?
Bang, bang! Oh my god, bang, bang! Oh, I'm taking health, I'm taking injury. Oh god, 150 health, so it takes about 1 million bullets to, actually end up doing any killing the guy. So here's the guy head glitching, repeat that
What
again.
are you doing?
Bang, 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 bang! Oh, I'm getting injured. Oh, I better run away! Run away! Oh, I gotta run away!
What are you doing?
Hold on.
Stop.
And the game graphics look trash. It looks like it's Black Ops 2 on the Xbox. Multiplayer looks like Call of Duty Black Ops 2.5 or 3 with its like toned down and doesn't look that fun. It looks like it's in shambles. Looks like it's a mishmash. It looks garbage. It looks like it's been rushed.
What I find interesting about this video is that he doesn't really actually talk about much evidence other than his own opinions. And I mean, it's fine to have your own opinions, right? But really, when you look at it, it actually seems like it might be a lot better than a lot of people are saying. Many people as well criticizing this game or saying it's terrible. I don't think they actually even watched the full reveal, because a lot of them actually just have their information straight up wrong. Like one of the points this guy brought up, his name's 8 Thoughts, what he brought up is that you only have 3 stim packs is what he said in the multiplayer, which is just straight up wrong. You have unlimited amount of stim packs. So it's interesting. Did he watch the reveal, or did he just watch the trailer? Did he just listen to what random people are telling him on Twitter? I don't know, but before you form your own opinions, you should really just watch something for yourself. Don't listen to other people before you watch something for yourself. Form your own opinions, please, guys. He said the graphics of this game looks trash. He compared it to Black Ops 2 on the Xbox, which is very interesting. I don't know where he even got that opinion from, or where he even saw that, because all the trailers for this game look beautiful, and any of the gameplay that was uploaded for this game from any of the YouTubers who went to the event is absolutely gorgeous. The colors are vibrant, and it looks like it's bursting with life. The best graphics, really, I've seen in a Call of Duty yet. It looks 10 times better than Black Ops 3, and that game, if you don't know, on the PS4 Pro is actually supported in 4K, so it looks pretty good, but this game looks 10 times better. I don't know why he even thinks it looks like the Black Ops 2 on the Xbox. It's just kind of a hyperbolic opinion. Final point I showed was that he thinks that it's a mishmash, that it's in shambles, and that it just looks thrown together, and it's almost a downgrade from the previous games. This absolutely is not true. From what I've seen, it looks like this multiplayer has the most refined mechanics of any Call of Duty multiplayer to date. It's innovative, it totally changes up the strategy, how you play the game, it totally changes everything. It looks so interesting to me, and for him to say it's just thrown together is kind of ignorant. They put so much work into this multiplayer specifically. For example, with the predictive recoil, the custom weapon attachments for each and every single weapon in the game, and how each specialist works with each other tactically. There's just so many features in this game that is so refined from Black Ops 3. They took everything in Black Ops 3 that was good, turned it up to 11, and made the rest of the game even better by innovating. And I really think that this multiplayer is going to be really good. Alright, this next clip is a little more exaggerated, but I found it hilarious regardless, so here you go.
Every year, Call of Duty tries to innovate, tries to make the game better, and what do? What do? They bring in Battle Royale, a cheap, hot cash-in mode right now. This is the future of Call of Duty? Are you telling me this is the future you were looking forward to for Call of Duty? And you know it's gonna be filled with so many loot boxes and microtransactions in that mode. You know, we're improving Call of Duty every year. And guess what? We're removing the single player campaign experience, and we're adding not one, but 3 zombie maps. We're doing less work. We are doing less work and charging you the same price, perhaps even more.
So needless to say, this guy's a little over the top. First, he poses the question, is Battle Royale really the innovation you wanted to see in Call of Duty? And for many of us, yeah, it really was. We absolutely wanted to see Treyarch's take on Battle Royale and how Call of Duty's smooth first-person gameplay would work in Battle Royale. And if it does work well, how awesome would that be to have in Black Ops 4 as an extra game mode? Then he says that it's absolutely going to be filled up with microtransactions, and I agree, of course it will have a lot of microtransactions. I guarantee that the way that you're gonna be able to play as Hudson, Richtofen, Woods, anybody, you're gonna have to cough up $20 to buy the skin. However, how is this different from PUBG or Fortnite? Both of those games, well, PUBG has loot boxes, and Fortnite obviously has very expensive V-Buck microtransactions for their skins in their games, so how would it be different for Call of Duty to implement microtransactions? And are they really the enemy here when Fortnite and PUBG are both doing a similar thing? There's no difference. There's absolutely no difference. I just don't understand that point. So he's obviously also not a fan of zombies. He makes that very clear. But for somebody who is a fan of zombies, this is going to be the greatest game ever. 3 zombies maps instead of 1 on release is incredible, and he makes it sound like that Treyarch is doing less work. They absolutely are not. I would argue that they're doing much more work than just having a campaign and a single zombies map on release. 1 zombies map, if we are judging by Shadows of Evil standards, which is what they made it seem like all 3 of these maps would be in Black Ops 4, a Shadows of Evil type map. So if we're judging by the standards of Shadows of Evil, that map is incredibly loaded with Easter eggs and content and very complicated and very just intricate, beautiful maps. And it takes so much time, work, and effort to make just 1 of those maps, but for them to have 3 on release is incredible. It's honestly, in my opinion, probably a lot more difficult than just making a campaign, and I'm not a game developer, alright, but making 3 fully fledged zombies maps on release, I think, is much more difficult than making a campaign. So what's the takeaway here? Form your own opinions before you judge a game, alright? Please just watch everything for yourself. Get all your information. Do your own research. Watch what the developers have to show you. If you only watch 5 minutes of the community reveal, then your opinion's gonna be different than if you watch the entire hour. That's just how it's gonna be. Furthermore, you gotta think about how this series has to evolve. We cannot stay in the MW2 days forever. You have to look from the developer's perspective and the community's perspective. Why would this game want to change, and how is it gonna be good for the consumer? Well, first of all, this game needs to change just enough that people think it's innovative, but they also have to stay true to Call of Duty's formula. And I think Black Ops 4 did this very well. They changed the multiplayer's formula quite a lot to make it more competitive and more interesting, more engaging and long-term, but it still feels like Call of Duty. They made zombies more expansive than ever with 3 maps, which is incredible, and they added a battle royale for the new players to get into and see Call of Duty's take on it, which could be very, very interesting. And my final point that I want to end on here is this. Everybody last year was begging for Call of Duty to return to its roots. We wanted World War II, boots on the ground, classic Call of Duty gunplay. And what did the developers give us? Exactly what we wanted with World War II. Except nobody's playing it, and nobody wants to watch it on YouTube, and nobody seems to really care. This year, Treyarch is giving us what we don't know we want. Giving us a classic Call of Duty boots on the ground feel with innovative features. So just play the game before you form your own opinions. Maybe you might end up liking it. Remember Black Ops 2? When that game went into the slight future, everybody thought it was going to be kind of bad. but it's one of the best Call of Duties of all time. So just give it a chance.